everyone, I'm Whitney Adams coming to you from the WSWA TV studio here at the 76th Annual WSWA Convention and Exposition in Orlando. And I am thrilled to be joined by Michelle Korsmo. Hi.
Hi Whitney, how are you?
I'm great. This is probably a very exciting time for you.
It is. It's been fantastic. Very much a whirlwind.
Yes, your first
my
WSWA
first show,
convention.
Yeah, my first convention. Really fun.
As the new president and CEO of WSWA.
Yeah.
So how are things going so far?
So far it's been great. I mean, I've heard a lot about it. Obviously, I spent time watching footage of previous conventions, trying to figure out, the feel of it all, but you have no idea what it's like until you're actually here.
A lot of great energy.
So much energy, so much excitement, right? A room full of entrepreneurs. Or several rooms full of entrepreneurs, which is really fun.
And you kick things off with a bang with iced tea and the keynote speaker.
We did.
Yeah, I'm sure that was very
great.
Fun and exciting.
It was great. It was interesting because a lot of people said, why iced tea? Why did you bring iced tea?
Yeah.
And iced tea's a brand, right?
He
understands what it means to be a brand and who he is as a artist and a performer and an author and kind of the whole package. And for everybody here, they are building brands. I mean, that's the thing that would distinguish, other than obviously the enjoyment of the product, it's the brand aspect of that product that makes such a difference. And so I know that people had a lot that they could take away from Iced Tea's message this morning.
And a lot of laughs, too.
And a lot of laughs, which is fun.
So you've made quite a pivot from your past career. And so what drew you to the Wine and Spirits Trade Association?
So I run trade associations. I've been fortunate to do that. I was the CEO of another trade association in an entirely different industry for 7 years, and it was so enjoyable because the work you do is really helping your members and helping their businesses grow and thrive. And when I was asked to interview with WSWA, I was really intrigued by the business aspect of it, but I love the fact that this is an industry that understands the importance of being involved from an advocacy perspective. Because of the fact that we're state regulated and because there is so much regulation around the wine and spirits industry and the three-tier system, our members inherently know how important it is to be involved, and it's really exciting to be able to work with people that get that value proposition of engaging on a public policy level.
And speaking of the members, what do you think are some of your top priorities going into this year for your members?
Well, one of the things that came out of the interview process with me is they really wanted to spend time thinking about the future, right? As the world is changing and evolving, and as we all kind of look at how e-commerce is changing and evolving, how technology is changing, how do we work together more to think about where the traditional three-tier system fits into that new marketplace?
Right.
And I think that there's no question that there is a space for it, but we've got to be creative, wide open with what the possibilities are, and really understanding what the consumer desire is and how do we get to that without losing sight of the fact that there's a reason the regulations are in place.
Right.
So how do we keep that?
And continuing that, what do you think some of the specific challenges, what are some of the specific challenges that the WSWA members face? And on the other side of that, what are some opportunities?
Right, which is always interesting. It's fascinating how much the advocacy from a legal perspective is changing. 10 days after I started, the Supreme Court said they were going to hear the Tennessee Wine and Spirit Retailers Association case talking about whether or not a residency requirement is part of the 21st Amendment. And so that really changes the landscape from a legal regulatory perspective.
Right.
And so there's a lot going on that side within the court systems, and then the states are obviously looking at what does that court's opinion mean to our state laws and what should we be doing there. So there's a lot we should think about in that area, and I think that really focusing in on how we can engage on the right level of public policy is a good place for our members to be.
Okay, great. And since yesterday morning, WSWA officially has a new chairman.
We do.
In Sid Ross, who I interviewed this morning. He's always a fun guy to chat with.
He's a great interview too. I'm sure he's said lots of interesting things.
I look forward to his socks every year.
Every year something interesting.
Nice. So what are you looking forward to most in working with Sid and that partnership together?
Well, there's several things that Sid brings to the table, one of which is the fact that he's built this tremendous company from the ground up. And it's grown so much in Michigan. And because of that, he really understands all aspects of the business really well and has a unique perspective to bring. But the thing that's great about Sid that you, I'm sure, got from the interview that you did with him is what a storyteller he is and what an inspiration he is to everybody else that wants to get into the business, that wants to be that guy that has the next great American success story. And Sid is that great American success story. So it's fun to be able to ride this year out with him.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
It was my pleasure. Thanks, Whitney.
And thanks for watching WSWA TV.